Alright, let's get this thing started up. Bring on our passengers from FSE. Alright, we have 9 passengers and 44 gallons of fuel on board. I wonder if I should have reloaded the fuel. I probably should have reloaded the fuel. I'll be right back. I didn't notice that plane had so little fuel when I loaded it up. About 40, let's say 50 gallons an hour, 2 hours there, 2 hours back, that'd be 200 gallons, and we have 44, so let's do it to 244. Let's do it to 300, that way we have extra. 275, that still gives us extra. There we go. That will help. There, now we have 9 passengers and 275 gallons of fuel. So we should welcome them aboard, right? All right. I want to take a picture. Let's see, I think there's a wing cam. That makes a decent picture. Although this will be in the picture. Maybe I'll get a better one while we're flying. I wonder if I bumped a button when I was doing all that.
I don't see your passengers.
Yeah, they don't do the passengers. How you doing, Phil? Let's see.
Doing all right.
Yeah, I'm not that good at this yet, so this can sometimes be some fun. Trying to remember how to load a flight plan. Don't tell me I'm not going to remember how to do it. I haven't done this that much. I should have practiced this ahead of time. I created a flight plan already so I could easily load it. Let me check really quick. I was on the, I needed the MFD, not the front one, not that one. And now let's see if I can't find it. Try that again. I think I'm KATL, Atlanta, to KEDN. KEDN, that's where I'm going. Yay, I found it. Okay. We're gonna take off from runway 27, right? What's always fun to do is they always park my plane in these tight little places. My brakes were activated. That didn't help. Have I bored you to tears yet?
No, I'm enjoying it. Just trying to be quiet so I don't distract you while you're trying to figure things out. Are you on a server or are you
Oh
just playing
no.
on your own computer?
Oh, on my own. I'm not good enough in a simulator to do it. To do it on a server. It's harder to fly in a simulator than it is to fly a real plane.
Don't get any of the feedback from the controls that you do in a real plane.
Yeah, and my yoke is like many years old. It's like sticky and sloppy. Like it doesn't move smoothly anymore.
Yeah, that won't help either.
Nah. I probably shouldn't even be streaming my flying. It's worse than my truck driving.
Just hope the FAA doesn't get a hold of these videos and you go for your check ride.
Yeah, I was actually thinking I probably shouldn't keep them online. What if my examiner looks at my videos and say, "Oh, you don't get to drive in, you don't get to fly anywhere. I'm not flying with you. I've seen your videos online." No, I gotta get a little bit better.
Sure they know the simulators aren't the same as in the cockpit.
Yeah, I used to be better with the simulator, but once I get better with the simulator,
You'll push things.
I'll go with an online service, log into VATSIM or something.
I've seen some videos on Facebook from the ATC side of those servers, and people just seem to do whatever they want.
Yeah, there's a place where the rules are enforced that you can join for like $20 a month, which is a good deal. The thing is if I were flying this flight for real, I wouldn't be so quick to put it together. You know, I didn't even look at the airport diagram for the airport I'm going to. I'll do that while I'm on the way, right?
What do you need the airport diagram for? You'll figure it out when you get there.
Yeah, there should be a big slab of pavement, right?
Yep, just aim for the ground. You'll hit it.
Yeah, you should have seen the one I went to this morning. I was practicing, and I just picked a flight just for fun. And and I went and I get there and I'm looking at it, and I was in a plane like this, a bigger plane, and it's like a grass strip. I managed to do it, but I was like, oh goodness, yeah, I should probably glance at it before I go.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Did I hear you're going from Atlanta to KVC?
KEDM, I think it was. I can tell you in a minute. I know the minute I go and I switch off of
Where's
this.
that located?
About 150 miles away. In a plane like this, it shouldn't take too long. And since I'm not on a server, I can accelerate time. Okay. Here's my hold short line. And I want to bring up my autopilot controls. I can make those a little bit smaller if I want to. That should be good. I'm
I
on.
saw going to Ohio to visit Matt for the concert. Some of
Mhm.
those hold short lines now that are actually light controlled, so they'll turn it green if you can go through, and they'll have it red if you need to stop.
Yeah, I've heard of those. Yeah, I'm taking off from runway 27. So that way I have a bug set, so I know I'm on the right runway. I have my bug set. I have my autopilot ready to go. I think not much else we can do. Uh, Maybe an initial altitude setting. Oh, negative 1,000. That's the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go with negative 1,000 for your altitude setting. That could be bad.
Yeah, we'll the initial setting be 2,000, and then we'll take it from there. Airspeed's alive. Rotate. Rotate a little bit late there because I was looking at something else. Now, this is my kind of plane.
Did you check for incoming traffic before you turned on the active?
Oh, of course.
What's the X in this plane?
What's the what? I forget.
VX of glide speed or climbing speed.
I don't remember. Want me to look it up for you? Oh, we got some rain.
No, it's okay. So by flying passengers, do you earn money to buy better planes?
Yes. These guys are paying $900 a passenger. But of course, the airport and booking fees get all taken out of that. I don't get that much.
Then the fuel costs and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Will the game simulate plane breakdowns and stuff, like emergency situation engine failure or something?
I do have a plugin that does that. I don't have it installed at the moment. It's called xHobs. It keeps track of your Hobbs time, and you can set the mean time between failures, and then it will surprise you.
That's cool. Don't forget you have to keep nosing down so you don't fly off the globe, because if you don't nose down, you're going to keep flying straight and you'll fly away from the Earth. You'll keep climbing.
Nah, my altitude intercept thought I intercepted the altitude when I was scrolling it up past where I was. Alright, now's a good time to see where I'm landing, right? Alright, KEDN.
Probably better.
Oh, crud. Alright, at least it's a 5,000 foot runway, but there's only one. But I don't think the winds are that bad today. It's we're going to be landing on runway 5 when we get there. So we'll probably just enter in on the downwind along 23 and make left traffic.
Real weather?
Yes, this is simulating real weather, but I don't have it flying at night. It's even the I changed the time. So the weather we flew there are flying in now is what it's like there now during the it's dark.
That's cool.
Sounds like a mosquito.
I thought it sounded like a little RC plane.
Oh, that's not gonna work, a free camera. I'm not sure how to get a good picture of it. Uh-oh, it's getting away. Now what do we do?
It's probably anything good.
You like that one?
Here you go, you got back in.
Sorry, I can't resist being funny. Alright.
Like in the trucking game, get out of the truck, take a picture, and your truck keeps on rolling.
Yeah, that's not good either.
Reminds me of one time when Dad was taking videos of himself in the mountains when we were down here and he was working up north. He got out of he was videotaping, panned around to the Jeep, and it's rolling down the hill, and you see the camera start shaking as he chases after it.
Yeah, that would not be fun. Actually, I don't know why it has me flying all the way to 10,000 feet. That's what the flight plan shows when I put it in there.
So you got any armaments in case you encounter hostile aircraft?
Nope. So that must be 5 minutes till our next turn. That's not the total en route time. Yeah. I changed it to 8,000. No sense climbing all up to 10. You'll approve me for 8, right, Phil? Oh yeah, so we're going to be coming in runway 5. I wanted to see if runway 5 has an ILS.
Request for 8,000 feet denied. Fly to 10.
Let's see, procedures. Runway 5, they have an RNAV. Oh, we're actually going to Alabama.
Why would anyone want to Alabama?
I'm not sure.
At least now you can look around at the views and not worry about going off the road. There, I loaded that. Wonder what that did. So far, nothing, which is probably a good thing. So I loaded an RNAV approach. What was that you loaded?
An RNAV approach for runway 5. I think that means the computer will do it. You want to know the nice thing about a flight simulator?
That'll be interesting. If it doesn't, you don't die?
Oh, we're coming up to a turn. I don't want to be going that fast through a turn. You can accelerate time in the flight simulator. Although I think they frown on that when you're doing a whatchamacallit, when you're on a server. And then it looks like you're doing like Mach 3. You know?
I'm sure they do.
But now that I'm going straight again, this is a 38-minute leg. Oh, that's miles. Never mind. Then my other display had the time en route. This is an 11-minute leg. If we were to do it real time. We're doing about 2.5 times. But I slowed down for the curves because the autopilot in xplane doesn't compensate right for doing the turns in a flight plan while you're doing 2 times the speed. It swings out wide.
I see.
Uh-oh. Voltage low. Battery on. Oh. Generator on. Ooh, I left my starter on. That can't be good. Generator amps. Prop de-ice. Starter on. Let's see, is my prop de-ice on? Beacon, nav, and strobe light are on. Prop heat is on auto. The starter being on can't be good. Standby power on. Okay. So you gotta make sure you check all your buttons when you think you're done. Battery amps are negative 9.4, bus volts are 21.9. So hopefully the battery starts charging itself. Make sure my generator in the right switch here. Generator. Ignition on, standby power on. Are things getting better? 21.8. 9.4. 21.7. This says norm down there for the generator. Make sure that's off. Coming up to our next turn. Luckily, we're almost there. figure I might as well turn off the lights. That can only help. None of those are on. None of those switches are on. We might end up flying straight into the other runway. Here's our turn.
Other runway? I thought you said there only had one.
Well, they had. Oh, well, I mean, we might, instead of going around to 05, I might fly straight into the other runway. Since I'm losing my battery. Turning that off doesn't help. I hope that doesn't turn off my autopilot. That would be funny. Where is my autopilot? It's still on good. Better not flick too many switches.
Funny in the simulator, not funny if you were actually flying.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to pull open my vent here. I'm starting to sweat.
I thought that was your cigarette lighter.
Oh, it's cool they give you little pop-up warnings like that. What I like about the analog version of this plane is it has an actual icon light that your starter's still on. Makes it harder to leave it on.
Okay, that would be better.
Well, let's speed up time. Nice thing about a simulated plane is you can like switch it out and switch it back in. Uh-oh. That didn't look good. What was that? Still have autopilot. There was a wiggle.
What happened?
Oh, there's a little wiggle. I didn't know what it was. Oh, I might have bumped the trim button with my finger, with my arm. Sometimes I do that. My trim wheel's right by my arm where the mouse is. I think what it's doing is it's doing a simulated that I burn out my generator or something.
Downloaded and installed.
You what? Civilization, you got it installed? I wonder if it's complicated.
I got Civilization 6 downloaded and installed.
Wasn't that a game that like
Yes.
we had years ago? Like on my old computer, decades ago? Like the first version probably?
It could have been, and they obviously this is a 6. version of the game, but there was also the Oregon Trail I remember you had.
Mm-hmm.
They should remake Oregon Trail for modern computers with all the changes in graphics it could do instead of being a text-based.
Yeah, that would be really neat. They still have that online somewhere.
Yeah, but I was thinking redo it for the modern times rather than the retro style. Remember Wing Commander? I loved that game.
Yeah, that was a good game. I didn't mean to do it that far in. You know, we're getting into this area here. Going to bring us down to 6,000 feet. I would say we're about maybe 45 miles from our destination.
Going by pretty quick with this time acceleration.
I know, it makes it nice. I'm going to knock it down another 1,000. I always seem to, when I get to a destination, I always have too much altitude to burn off. We're getting some water.
Visibility's not that good either.
Not at this altitude. Might dip down to 4,000, get below this. You know?
Yeah, it would make sense.
I might be kidding myself.
My new cell phone should be here by Thursday.
Thursday? That's pretty cool. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I can't wait. 256 gigabytes.
Oh. We are 15 miles from our destination. I think I see a little white spot in the clouds ahead of us.
What's your altitude at?
But time to turn off time compression. Don't need things happening this fast. Alright. I'm at,
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea if you're that close.
let's see. There's the airport right there.
I see it.
The approach says 2,500 into Retoy. And then we're supposed to descend to 1,600 at Retoy to Adwell. So we're on our way to Adwell now, aren't we? So we should descend to 1,600. And then at Adwell, we should be able to see runway 5. So we're following the approach plate. See, I'm learning a little about IFR while I'm doing this. Hey, there's the holding pattern right there that I saw on this on the thing. On the approach chart. That's cool. Now here's what my question is. When it gets to Adwell... Oh, it's turning by itself! I wondered if it would. It's following the approach. And then... from Adwell...
That's cool.
Yep. We're at 1,600 at Adwell. And it's turning me to the approach. I'm slowing us down some, by the way. And I have a button on my controller to disengage the autopilot. This is the coolest thing ever. I'm going to love flying IFR. Of course, you know your flight instructor won't let you have an autopilot. Your autopilot failed. Now what? Now I think...
Yeah, the whole point is for you to know how to do it, just in case autopilot fails.
I'm going to fly it manually from this point on. I don't know at what point she's going to turn me in front of that runway. It looks like she's going to turn me like right at the end there. Didn't it? I know I usually don't fly in like this.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
But it looks like she was going to turn it right about, like out here over this thing here. You know? Oh, did I put the landing gear down?
Yeah.
It's a Cessna. It's a joke, sorry.
I don't remember you checking.
That was the flaps you heard going down. Now, I'll tell you one thing, this RNAV approach is sort of weird. Oh, my yaw dampener's still on. Dampener's still on. I think I'm supposed to turn that off.
Still seem kind of high.
Yeah, I was kind of high. I burned off some speed. Whoa, not too straight either. Whoa. Little crooked, but... Whoa, and I overcompensated there. For my crookedness.
Hey, you're down and you're safe.
Yep, and it even says good landing on the little thing there. Well, that was pretty fun. What time is it?
about 10:15.
Yeah, I think I probably have time to do one more. I always like to make them separate videos, though. This wasn't too bad of one. Doesn't make me look like that great of a pilot, but... oh well. Here's what I'm learning. Did my first RNAV approach with an autopilot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Burned out a generator on an airplane. With the starter, left the starter on.
Oops.
I know. Luckily, in the X-plane, there's a thing called reload aircraft. Oh, how did I get going so fast? I should probably get into good habits and practice good things like stopping and cleaning up the plane after I get off the runway and stuff like that, you know? I actually don't have to come all the way up here for
Yeah.
to drop off my passenger. I don't know why I am. I guess to be more realistic. 9 passengers I have. From here I'm getting 3 passengers and I'm taking them back to Atlanta. I'm not going to worry about parking quite right on these T's. They're too close together for my size of plane anyways. I sort of messed it up already anyways. There we go. Not too bad. Finish flight.
Shouldn't you have to tell the other 3 passengers the flight's been canceled due to a generator issue with the plane?
No, that's where I hit reload. These are the 9 people that got off my plane.
That's not realistic, though.
It took 1 hour and 19 minutes to get here, real flight time, even though we made it a lot shorter. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to end this video here. And I'll be back in a little bit, okay? If you want to. Don't feel obligated.
Okay, sounds good to me. I'll talk to you shortly.
All right.